Ah,
Is it
the fact
live
you
or
said I can't say it makes me want to say it.
no?
I think we are live.
Yep. Hello and welcome to Real United Talk, MadMarcus Monday night debate. We were supposed to have two guests, but Pancars has decided to fucking ditch us or can't tell time. So we got me and Diedrich here tonight. Diedrich, how are you, mate?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, not too bad. You're looking well. Looking quite bubbly in yourself. Yeah? Feeling
I
right,
feel
yeah?
like I can't
Yeah.
smile wide enough. Oh,
Right,
someone
let's change
coming in.
the picture.
Oh,
No, we'll just change the picture ready just in case. So basically, Diedrich, what I want to do then, a lot of people do the best of this, the best of that. So tonight I thought we're going to do the worst of this and the worst of that. So I'm going to hit you with the first one, right? Which do you think is our worst number 7 in United? Say, let's say from
it's just
2000 onwards, right? So you have a think. I'm going to read out some comments, right? So Marky's here. He says, yo. Casper's here. Says, yo. Mark says, what the hold up? You're waiting for Pancard's internet to... Mate, we're still waiting for him.
I think he's just putting the group okay, so I'm
Does he?
expecting him momentarily, yeah.
Right, okay, right. So if he comes in, he comes in. So, right, so straight away, Casper says Di Maria, worst number 7. Um, so, go on then, Diedrich. Who do you reckon?
Toss up between Owen or actually between Owen or Di Maria.
Right,
I think
give us a bit of wise, you know.
I think Owen because I mean I wouldn't have minded Owen if it were any other number. I think if we did, it's just the fact we gave him a number 7 and he's never been a number 7 in his life. I couldn't think of any. You think number 7, you literally don't think fucking Michael Owen, do you?
No.
And to say that we replaced fucking Ronaldo with Owen and Valencia and Orbitan, it'll always be a bit of a sour note for me personally. And Di Maria, because although we'll probably all hate to admit this, Di Maria is a very, very, very talented footballer. He's arguably, I mean, the season we bought him, he got voted into the World 11, and he also got
Yep.
the man of the match for the Champions League final against Atletico Madrid. Just it didn't work out, and from that point onwards, after getting his house burgled, he pretty much treats us like a piece of shit. So, as much as we all hate him, he is a world class player, but he's a horrible human being.
Okay, fair enough.
Kind
Right,
of
I'm
like
going to give my
Pankaj.
answer. Right, Pancard, it's nice of you to join. You know, unmute yourself, mate.
Looking like Johnny Depp in here on a crack binge.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Pancard, yeah, you're there. Right.
I gotta come in. I gotta go back and come in again. My network is like I'm just gonna come back.
Okay, all right, mate. Right, for me then, our worst number 7. I'm glad someone picked up on that in the comments. Because I wouldn't have said Owen or Di Maria. I would have said Sanchez. Complete waste of money. Way past his prime. I remember a lot of Arsenal fans laughing when we did the deal for him, and I just thought he was completely fucking useless, mate. Didn't really offer anything in a United side. All right, that United side was aging, and it had Mourinho in charge, but I just think he didn't offer anything in terms of going forward, to tracking back, in nothing. He was just there to pick up 350,000 a week plus. And has spent the majority of his Manchester United career out on loan, I think. Casper's changed his mind and said, "Oh, Sanchez, Di Maria played all right." I thought Di Maria played all right for the eight or 9 games he featured in. Pankaj, worst number 7 for you from 2000 onwards.
I think Di Maria. No, I
You
think.
think Di Maria? Why? Yeah, good and why?
Because he never wanted to come to Man United. He came there for basically because he had no other option. And yeah, he did score some goals, but he was never like committed even a bit to the club. He never gave enough to the club. For Alexis Sanchez, I feel bad for him because things didn't work out for him. He tried. He tried his best for the club. He gave the best for his club, but it didn't work out. So I would say Di Maria, in my opinion, because you know he never wanted to be there in the first
Mate,
place.
I'm quite surprised by that. Kylie's here. Welcome, Kylie. I did think about messaging you, but by the time I got around to it, it was just too late. Kylie also
That's
says,
probably the one thing that you actually can't say about that you can't fault Sanchez for his effort. That's probably why I don't think he's the worst. We've had worse. At least when he did play, he did actually try. Although it's one of them where the body's the mind's willing, the body isn't. I don't think he was going to suit it after.
Jay Hart says Ronaldo has cursed the number 7. Kylie says 100% Sanchez, and then Kylie says, Marcus, is that a smart shirt you have on? I think it's quite smart, but it's a fire trap one. I like it. Mark says, feeling sorry for Sanchez, like sorry for a surgeon for fucking up your nose job. Oh, mate, I think that's spot on, actually. Casper says, Di Maria forced about of Madrid. Mate, that don't make sense, Casper. Di Maria forced out of Madrid.
Probably means he forced his way out.
Him out. Yeah. Like 15 years. That makes a bit more sense now. Right, we're going to move on, right? Because again, a lot of people talk about the best that we've had, but no one seems to talk about the worst. So for you, Pankar, seeing as you're late, I'm going to throw you under the bus here. Worst United striker from 2000 onwards.
Worst United striker. I don't actually remember because there are a lot of players. It's hard. It's really hard. From 2000, you're saying 2000 onwards, right?
From 2000
striker.
Forward. Yeah, worst striker. Yeah.
Forward. I think Tevez, maybe, in my opinion.
Mate,
no, in the way he was a good player, but the way he in terms of quality, he was good. But I mean, the way he left the club and all.
Would you hold that? Do you hold that against him though? The way he left the club, you hold that against him for naming him United's worst striker in the last let's say 20 years now.
No.
Even Kylie says that. Tevez, get him off. Casper says,
I don't actually remember, to be honest. So I don't actually know. So I can't.
But you're going to stay with Tevez, yeah? I mean, that's the one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, come on, Diedrich, mate. Put him in his place.
I'm probably going to say either Federico Makeda or Mama Doof.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you looking on your phone. Yeah.
You are my phone.
I don't know, so I was being honest. I don't know, so I was being honest. So I didn't look at it.
Well, come on, Diedrich. What about them two then? What was so bad about it?
Well, Makeda, he really burst onto the scene with that goal against Aston Villa, didn't he? That's in the 2008-2009 season, I believe, in the last minute. But then after that, I think he only scored like 2 goals after that. And I'm just thinking left field people really who were strikers who played the odd game here or there, but never really made it. And those are the two that really spring to mind. Maybe I suppose if you're saying more regular people, if you're thinking more distinguished, you'd have to say probably Welbeck, maybe, or in fact, no.
Yeah.
Falcao.
Falcao. Memphis or Falcao.
Okay, fair
because
enough.
There's a lot of
Go on.
There's a lot of hype around Memphis and all. He's going to be the next whatever.
He's a winger.
Yeah. but I said Marcus said forward or like striker, so it comes
Mate,
in the
back in my
forward.
day, right? Back in my
Yeah.
day, number 9 was a number 9, right? They scored
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
goals, not like the
yeah.
shambles that you call today. For me, actually, let's go. Casper says James Wilson, good shout. George Carl says Welbeck. Interesting comment. This
Welbeck.
one,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
interesting. This one from Jay Hart. He's added Falcao to that list among Owen
Mhm.
and Welbeck. Um,
Clearly, these people never seen Mama BM Juice then, did they?
well, I don't think they saw David Bellion either.
Hey,
Um,
Belly on with quality.
no, for a striker, mate, that's not. I mean, United, what did they cut out back? About 5 or 6 million, I think they chucked at Sunderland, I think, or something. Compensation
we've had
package.
we've had some shit.
Right, let's move on then. That's right. We're going to go now. Midfield. Actually,
Mm.
no. Actually, let's go defenders first. Let's go defenders
Yep.
first. Right. Worst defenders. Now, there's a fucking fair few to pick on. Right. There
Fucking
really
hell.
is. From
Do
2000
you
onwards,
mean
there is a.
ability wise or what they actually did?
It. I
You
want
know
to
the obvious
say.
one.
I want to say overall, right, in terms of quality, in terms of just natural ability, right?
Yeah.
That's the way I'm thinking at it. Um, so have a think, you two, because I'll read
I've
out some
already got
comments
one.
here. Have you? Right, okay. Jay Hart says, Pancars, drink some coffee and wake up. Hart says, oh my God, Bellion, forgot about him. I think I blacked out when he played. He's fucking crap. Um, Casper says, Pancars doesn't know a lot, does he? Did he watch United before Van Gaal? He's talking out his
No,
ass.
I watched United since 2007. So
Yeah.
I didn't know many
Ah,
strikers. I didn't know many strikers who were bad during, because we had we were successful when we were winning titles and all. So it didn't really bother me, So
mm.
Okay. All right.
That's why I struggled. Like, remember being Juve and stuff like that. They mainly played like the League Cup games for Man
yeah.
United
Mhm.
during the Fergie era. So like, I even I struggled with that one.
Yeah.
Right. Worst defender. Right. Mate, I'm gonna be fucking amazed if we all don't agree on the same defender. To be honest. So Diedrich, you've already got yours. Go for it, mate.
I'm probably gonna say Sylvester or Tyler Blackett.
Okay. Right. We're not agreeing then. Right. Why? I mean, Tyler
Uh,
Packett, especially.
Tyler Blackett. Would you remember the fucking 5-3 game against Leicester? He literally came on. I think he got. I think he got a red card. No, I think he got a penalty given against him against Vardy. Then got a red card, and then we never ever seen him again after that.
That was
after like that, yeah. And Sylvester because
Yeah. Arsenal sold
I
us
never
to us.
rated
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. We sold them. We sold him to Arsenal, right? I think.
Yeah,
Or was it?
Sylvester. Yeah, we sold to
Yeah.
Arsenal.
I got to agree with Carly here. I didn't think Sylvester was that bad, mate. France international. I think didn't he go to Arsenal when he left us? Didn't he? I think
Yeah.
he
We
Yeah,
did.
to
but they,
Arsenal, didn't he?
pretty much they didn't do a lot with him either.
No. I got to go with what everyone's saying in the comments, mate. I've got to say Phil Jones. Even Mum said Phil Jones as
Yeah.
well.
It's hard to though when the guy's got a Premier League title. Or
Yeah, but mate, I mean, overall quality, just natural ability. What the fuck is he? He looks at the ball, mate, and he's injured for 6 months.
because that's the frustrating thing with Jones. If Jones was consistent, I'm going to blow all your mind here. If Jones wasn't injury prone, Jones would probably be one of our best centre back. But the fact is, the guy's fucking injured for like 30 games out of 40 every season, so he can never get a run of games. So that's why he's constantly got fucking struggling for match shortness.
Yeah.
5 years, 10 years into his United career, he was still trying to find that max sharpness.
His career is finished because of his injuries.
He suffers from shin splints. I've got shin splints. They're fucking painful.
Mm.
Good point. Good point. Kylie says Jones, not even debatable. You get less for murder. 10 years. Jay Hart said De Silva and Butler, worst fullbacks we've ever had. They made young world class. Mate, I didn't think Butler was that bad.
Fabio.
Mm.
I liked Fabio. I just didn't think it were anywhere near as good as his brother. And I think at the time with Fabio, you had an aging Gary Neville, so that was Raphael's spot. But then at the left back spot where Fabio played, you had Evra. So,
Jay Hart brings up a good point here. If I was not lazy, I would be president of the country. Injuries doesn't cause him to make the dumb mistakes.
President.
yeah, but match shortness has obviously got to play into a factor when you're constantly trying to, how much football has he missed? You've got to think that into account. The guy's not had match shortness in 10 years.
Yeah.
But then that plays in here to what Akil's saying here. Look. I mean, if Jones was not always injured, we would have sold him long back. So he would have been classed as a failure.
The thing is, I always remember that first season of him, and I always remember thinking, you know what? And I remember watching him. Like I said, I'm from Blackburn. I remember watching him for Blackburn, and I remember his debut against Chelsea. I remember watching him fucking ragdoll Didier Drogba, and I instantly thought there's something there. And then when we signed him, I was rather happy. I remember that first season at United. So, I mean, although the guy hasn't had the best of career, you've got to look at, his early career as well. And he was really good until his injuries caught up with him.
Yeah, well, I think there's points for it and against it. Casper says, Marcus, what have you fed these two? Nothing, I promise you. I've fed them nothing.
Come at me.
Go on, Digby, come at me. Actually, I have a good shout. Luke Shaw, injured for more games than he has been available for in 6 years and always overweight, Kylie. Mark says if Jones was a terrible player, then he wouldn't ever have got a job at United. And then Kylie says, giving Ashley Young a longer career. Right, so on to the midfield then. Pankaj, you can go first. As far back as you can remember, it's like around the 2000 mark. Worst midfielder for United?
What's his name? The guy we signed with. Can you just remind me? The guy we signed with Schweinsteiger.
Schneiderlin.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't that great. No.
Oh.
But he was great at Southampton.
Yeah, at United, he wasn't like. Was he? Did he? Was he like Pogba like when he came in? Like, was he like average kind of? He was average.
I actually rated Schneiderlin. I actually really liked him. I actually thought he was like a better version of Matic at the time, but then Van Gaal got his fucking claws into him and just pretty much destroyed him.
I have another name.
Go on.
What's his? At the time, we signed him in 2001 under Sir Alex, or was it in 2000? I think. I don't. What's his name?
Who did he sign with? That'll give us a good clue.
Veron, he was a bit overhyped or something. Veron,
Sebastian Veron.
Yeah, we
signed him. Bald dude and mustache.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, he had a good start, but things didn't work out for him, I guess. So yeah.
Do you want to take this one? Do you want to take this one, Marcus?
Well, so I think Veron or something. I would go with Veron, like with us, the hype and all. Like I would say Veron, like to be honest, in my in that period.
I'm going to go with Harty. Jemba.
How did I forget that name
twice?
Yeah.
How did I forget that name?
I think Jemba was an absolutely atrocious signing. I think he came round about 2003, possibly 2004, something like that. Wasn't a lot of money, but it was during the time when I think Sir Alex was scouting for like successors to Keno, wasn't he? Around that sort of time.
He brought in him and Quinton Fortune.
Yeah. And I just thought Jemba. I remember seeing him play a game against Aston Villa, and fucking mate, he can't kick a ball. How he passed to get to be a footballer, God only knows. Wasn't a lot of money. It wasn't a complete waste of money, but I just he was terrible, absolutely terrible.
I've got a good shout, I think.
Go on.
Either Cleberson, who he signed at the same time as Ronaldo,
Brazilian,
or Bebe.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Babato. Yeah.
Berbatov? What?
Bebe.
Oh, I'm not.
No, I thought you said Babato. Sorry.
No, fuck no.
My bad. My bad. I don't know what's happening to me, man. I don't know what's happening.
Fuck it. You need to drink some of this hand sanitizer with that. You need to wash your mouth out.
Yeah, man.
No, Bebe, because it was the only player that fucking Alex Ferguson signed who he'd never seen play, which was a very one. I think he was fucking homeless before we signed him or something, weren't he? I think we signed him for like the homeless World Cup. I've only ever heard of it back then. I've never heard of it since.
I don't remember.
It was a weird one, Pancake. So I think that's what I mean. I didn't know there was even a homeless World Cup until we signed Bebe.
Okay.
You'd think all these homeless people would be more worried about trying to find an house rather than fucking playing football, but that's not.
What about Fellaini?
No, mate.
Fellaini.
No, wait.
I forgot about him.
He's not even in question. Fellaini.
Well, at least Cleberson won a World Cup.
Yeah, but mate, we're not going into that, right? It'll take too long. Kylie says Veron, no way, he was superb in the Champions League for us. Casper says Morgan Schneidlin, he was a DM Pancard, he wasn't Pogba. Mark says Chris Eagles, good shout.
Ex-Burnley player in Poland.
Carly brings up the Fellaini thing here, which plays into you two. Fellaini came in 2013, and we never won the Premier League. The end. Jay Hart, he was supposed to replace King, and instead replaced it with this joker. Yeah, he walked in and broke a mirror. We had 7 years of bad luck. Casper says blast from the past. Nick Powell, that's a good shout. Mark says Jordi Cruyff, and then Kylie says Blaney the albatross around our necks. Right, so we've done midfield, strike, defence. Now on to, I think, which is going to be a lot harder. Worst goalkeeper we've had.
Piece of piss.
2000 onward. Well, Diedrich's in straight away. So got in.
Massimo Taibi.
Yeah, I don't remember that guy's name. What's his name before Kevin Schmeichel came in, or was it?
Yeah, about Bartes.
Yeah. Was it that guy which I'm talking about?
We had a few. We had Bosnich, who were Australian corkhead, and then we had Taibi, and then Bartes.
What was that game you lost 2-1 against a small club? Was it the semi-final or under Cyrex? And the goalkeeper, we had a different goalkeeper. I'm not sure who was it. I don't remember, but it was in 2012 or 11. It was in
Taibi. Was Taibi in the 90s?
I think so.
I can't remember Taibi. If Taibi, it was 90s.
Mark says here Taibi was the 90s.
Was it?
Yeah. A lot of people agree with you. Jay Hart's saying to Pancard, Roy Carroll.
That went 2012. 2011, 2012 would have been
before. I don't know.
That would have been Van der Sar and Foster. Out.
Yeah. It's someone else. Was it Ben Foster? I don't know.
And Thomas Kushak.
Kushak. Yeah.
No, maybe. Yeah.
Casper says Ben Amos. That's got to be in there. Sam Johnston was awful as well. Mark says Bosnich. Kylie says Taibi, easiest of all. I totally agree with it. I think, Taibi was in early 2000s.
We had some proper bad keepers, haven't we, actually? You know, the likes of Roy Carroll, Tim Howard.
Well, this is going to be the fun part now, right? Because a lot of us have had quite different opinions apart from two, right? So what we're going to do now is make up United's worst 11 of all time, right? So I think the majority say Taibbi's in goal,
Mhm.
right? De Silva played
Left
right
back.
and left back, didn't he?
Mm.
He used to jump in for Raphael and stuff as well. So if we bang De Silva at right back,
Right.
Jones at centre back with Silvestre,
And Heinz at left back.
mate, hindsight, that Argentinian was fucking great, mate.
He tried
He was
leaving us for
great.
Liverpool.
Mate, he was a nasty bastard. He really was. He was a nasty bastard for me. Taibbi 99 2000 mark, so we can. Okay, all right, George. Well done, mate. At left back, then it would be Butner. I think someone in the comments said Butner. I think it was Harty that said Butner.
Is this your 11?
This is what I'm trying to piece together from everyone's opinion. So then, the worst number 7 we had. You said Michael Owen, so Michael Owen would go at striker as the worst striker we've had. Right, we've got Jemba in midfield, along with Sanchez, Chris Eagles.
Okay.
Exactly. This is the thing. It's a fucking
Who's right wing
now,
and the second striker?
Right. So yeah. So who would the right wing and second striker be?
I'd probably put the right winger as Bebe.
Yeah. And then Pankaj, who, mate, Mark Batkin. Welcome, mate. He says Cleverson should be in it. He was a bad signing. Mark says Jordi Cruyff. Chris says, hi, folks. What's the topic? Chris, so basically what we're doing, we've picked out the worst players in midfield, forward, defence and goalkeeper. And now we're trying to piece together a first 11 out of the shit. And then we're going to work out where we would be in the Premier League now with this team. So, do you know what? I think maybe you got to chuck Bellingham up there. I think for me, up top with Michael Owen.
I don't know many, I don't know many players from that time, so I can't.
Right, Pankaj. Right, so okay, Pankaj. Right, so your worst 11, your worst United 11, right? What you can remember, yeah. Tell us your worst 11.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it from this time because my memory isn't that sharp. So I'm gonna pick up Jones at centre back, Rojo as the other centre back. Then you got Darmian as was it right back or left back? Right back or left back?
He's
left
a
back.
right back, isn't he?
Right back. Okay, and then left back. Left back. Who should I put in, man? I can't put in Williams. I can't put in Luke Shaw. Who's really there? Anyone? Any worse left back from your time when he was there?
In my time,
yeah.
Well, I mean, if you listen to Kylie, it'll be Luke Shaw.
Nah. Even.
Who else would be in there? I mean, Ashley Young's been at left back, isn't he?
Ashley Young, yeah. You gotta put him there, yeah. But he wasn't that bad, but yeah, I would put him. The midfield, I mentioned Snyden, the guy we signed like with Schweinsteiger. And then I would put. I can't put Fellaini. Yeah, you
can't put Fellaini in that worst 11, mate. You can't. There are way worse than him.
They're way worse than him. I was gonna put
Watermelon soup.
Baron, I can't put him in. It's good.
I'll take it you're going 4-3-3 here,
yeah? Yeah, 4-3-3. Yeah, so
your worst.
I would go with I'll put Fred in there. I think. And then Well, I'll put Fred in there, and then the third one will be in 2011. 12 during the Van Hal season was there.
Right, Mark
I don't remember,
Bankers.
man.
I totally
The front
forgot.
three, yeah, go on.
He says it was only a loan signing, but what about William Prunier? You remember much about him, David? William Prunier?
No.
Oh,
No? I don't.
I remember the only loan I can think of, it's top of my head, fucking Larson. But he was fantastic, so I'm not going to say him. I don't remember William Prunier, no.
could I put Di Maria as attacking midfielder?
Mate, it's your worst team, mate, of
Yeah,
you
so,
know, of what you know. So
yeah, so I'm gonna put Di Maria, then I'm gonna put Welbeck, then um who else is going to be there? Welbeck, and then
you want one more striker.
one more striker. Or two more. One more, yeah, one more. What's this guy's name? What's his, the striker? Was he a striker? What's his name? The guy
Here's a
who
clue.
left United. The guy who left United. What's his name? I don't remember. What's Mark
Been a
Hughes?
few.
Was he that guy who managed Southampton? What's his name? Mark
Hughes.
guy, Stoke City or Southampton? Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, Hughesy.
He left us in like 1996.
Yeah. Was he like he was decent, but was he like good? Very good.
Yeah,
Hughes, Sparky, yeah. Sparky's like a bit of a cult figure.
Mm-hmm. I'll put him there because
1992
like he
even.
left, and he didn't have it like a
okay,
pretty much. I put him there.
fair enough.
That's remember. So yeah.
Hiya, Max. You're right. Let's have a look. Right, Chris says Gibson. No one mentioned him.
I liked Gibson. I thought he had a fucking proper strike on him.
Red says he would have had Falcao. Yeah, it's a good shout as well. Didn't really do much, did he? He didn't do fuck all at Chelsea either when he went. Let's have a look. Casper says Pankard's worst 11 would probably have Ronaldo and Rooney in it.
No.
Mark is doing his usual, saying like the video, it would be much appreciated. He also says Marcus, the host needs to be new. If they want Fellaini, they can have it. I know, mate. I know. Chris
Mark
has gone with
shows the
Fellaini as captain. Jay Hart, do you know what? I'm going to bring that up after, actually, because I can only remember one, to be honest. Right, Diedrich. Worst. I've got to say, mate, Pankard's worst 11 there. I reckon that'd be fighting for the league fucking title, to be honest. That's not a bad worst 11.
Well, if Ferguson had all of it, probably that was a wonder of Ferguson, wasn't it? Really.
I mean,
what do you think of David
chucked
Beckham?
in Di Maria. So, go on, your worst 11.
I'm gonna go for Taibi in net, Tyler Blackett at right back, Sylvester at centre back. I couldn't think of another proper shite centre back, so I'm probably gonna go for Rojo. Hines at left back because he tried leaving us to go to Liverpool. I've gone for Bebe right wing, Kleberson, and it was a toss up between Rodrigo Possebon and Cleverley for the other centre mid. So I'm probably going to go for Cleverley because Possebon got a really bad injury and could have potentially been special. Orbitan on the left wing. Then up front, I've gone for Owen and Falcao.
Right, mate. I mean, to me, that's a very fucking injury-prone team. You're lucky if you got past the first 10 games with that team, mate. I think.
Could you consider this Januzaj as in that worst 11?
You can't put Januzaj. Come on, Pankard.
Because Januzaj never fulfilled his potential, right? Like as a player. at
No,
United.
St. Mark's brought one up as well. Henning Berg. Do you remember how crap he was?
Edinburgh.
Yeah. Remember how shit he was? Laurent Blanc as well. So slow.
Hey, LeBlanc fucking won World Cup, didn't he, with France?
Yeah, but he was only brought into United to kiss Bartez's head, wasn't it? Before every game. That's all that
Remember
was.
David Bellon? David Bellon. He came at United when he was 21. He played for us when he was 21, and what? He scored only 4 goals. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. David Bellon or something. What's his name?
David Bellion, yeah. Yeah, he was
And then I don't know what happened, but then I just remember he scored 4 goals. But whatever.
Yeah, he scored like 4 goals in I think about 26 or 27 appearances, and then that was it. Ferguson had enough. I think he was like, "Nah, you're gone."
Do you
Right,
know
so let's
about
round
my
it up.
underrated ones I used to love, and I still do? Louis Saha. I fucking loved that guy, but he was so injury prone.
But he was a good backup, even though he was an injury prone. He used to. He still played well, even though he had injuries.
Kylie says an injury-prone team without Shaw is like fish without chips. Mark Backin says Blanc was a panic buy when we sold. Damn, totally, mate. Yeah, I think Barthez had a massive hand in that as well because of the World Cup and the Euros. VIP Mark says Henningberg scored 3 own goals.
That's the taste of democracy.
Falcao has to be there for me, says Akil. Chris says Mark Hughes was world class. And Pancard, Kylie wants to hear dogs' wedding bells. Casper says, Pancard, you've got to send me one of those shisha pipes. Right. Off the top of your head, then, we've named players, worst players in each, not in each position literally, but who do you think is United's worst ever signing? The most utter dog shit of the dog shit signing ever.
Fellaini.
He's off. He's going. You was already late tonight, mate. I might be remove you, all right? Because I've got one on the top of my head, mate. It was mentioned earlier, and I was just like, yeah, that's got to be it. Pancard's memory don't go as far back as ours, Diedrich. So I'll go at you first, Steve. Who is your worst ever sign? And get in the comments as well, because there should be some good debate about this. And it will show the difference in the generations, I think, this will.
See, one player I despise is Paul Ince, but I can't remember Paul Ince.
You can't let personal emotion get in the way, all right?
Yeah, I just think the guy was a twat. Fucking hell. See, I want to say Dean Ray, but he wasn't. As much as I hate him, the guy is obviously proved he obviously wasn't shit. He was just a shit human being. Fucking hell.
There's only one name. You know it.
I can't even say Sanchez and stuff like that because effort and talent, like he's fucking. Oh wow! I really want to say either Bebe or Orbitan. I don't know why I'm fixated on them two. Probably because, like I said, in my eyes and in my opinion, we replaced Cristiano Ronaldo with those 2 players.
Yeah, it's fair enough. And you look at how they turned out, and you just think
one's gone back to being homeless and fucking. And the worst thing is, it wasn't even Bebe who went back to being homeless. It was fucking Orbitan.
He had a stint at Newcastle, didn't he, as well? Overtime.
Yeah, I think the Geordies fucking threw him at River Tyne.
Yeah. Pancards, then. I'll let you sing here, Pancards, right? Because I'll read some comments out, so you can have a good, quiet think to yourself. All right.
I think.
Chris says, let's have a look. Where was it? I've lost it. Right. Chris says Sanchez. VIP Mark says Sanchez. Akil says Sanchez. Mark Batkin says Sanchez, 100%. Max says Sanchez. Bibe or Taibbi. Kylie says Taibbi. Red Devil, interesting. He says Di Maria. Kylie says Sanchez still had a few good performances. St. Mark says Sanchez ruined the wage structure. Kylie says
That's not
Taibi
his
was
fault.
shocking throughout. Chris said it's obvious Sanchez based on the wages. Max considered Sanchez was getting $500,000 a week. He's up there. I mean, I think it's pretty much unanimous in the comments. It's Sanchez, but Pankaj, for you, it's. I think this is quite a tough one, especially for your generation here, Pankaj, right? Because the players that have come into United are players with big reputations that haven't really fucking done anything for them. So I can understand if someone said Di Maria, the Sanchez, Falcao, you know, they're
because
big names.
I can't really compare players from the past because I wasn't. I was very young, so I didn't watch United at that time. To watch them really, so I can't really compare. But if you're seeing right now in comparison to what it is now, since then I've been watching since 2007.
Yeah.
I would say Sanchez is worse because Di Maria, he had a good start of the season. He was banging in goals and and Sanchez was like he never got to us. He never got in form or he never kicked off. He struggled. Sanchez, he struggled basically right from the start. So Sanchez.
I don't know. I think he played well against Luton that first game.
Yeah, man, and he showed up against Spurs, and he had those moments. But is it like a Lingard kind of player, having your moments and But
I'm going to go
you know,
completely left field here, and I'm going to say Nick Powell.
No,
you don't think so? I think he had one season at Crewe, didn't he? United come knocking, and he did absolutely nothing. Whether that's because he never got his chance, or people could put it down to that. But
his first season was Fergie's last, and Ferguson actually started playing him a little bit. I remember he scored against Wigan for us, quite a decent goal, and then after that, he just never really got played. I think after that, Moyes didn't really rate it, and then Van Gaal started trying to. Didn't Van Gaal start throwing him on as a fucking striker at last 10 minutes of some games?
This is where the Rashford thing came in, wasn't it? Because wasn't he ahead of Rashford in the pecking order, wasn't he? Against
you're thinking of Summit Keane.
Will King.
No, not Will Keane. There's a striker, Summit Keane. It's his brother. I'm sure the comment section will be able to tell me. He got injured in the warm up against Midtjylland, and that's why he had to play Rashford.
Well, I think that fucking
No, who's it?
No, Wilson was already injured at the time. I don't think it was. Was it Will Keane?
Will King, Will King.
Was Will Keane not the one that we sold to fucking Burnley, who now plays for Everton? That's Michael Keane. Right. Yeah, Will Keane.
I haven't got dementia. I was right. My brain was giving out on me then. I thought I was going down the cracks in the morning. Michael Keane is the brother back. Right. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. So I think that wraps up for tonight. I think that was pretty fun myself. Let's have a look. Take some comments. Mark's brought up an interesting one here. VIP Mark, Karol Poborski.
Are you mad?
What?
Poborski was fucking quality.
I thought Poborski was all right, mate. Didn't do too bad. I loved his hair. I thought it was great.
Mark, have you got any money?
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good show tonight. Totally different. Everyone, like I say, tries to do the best of this, the best of that, but I want to try and do different things and do the worst and the complete utter dog shit of things.
Jay Hart did a good one. He said the worst transfer we've ever had was fucking Ed Woodward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be an interesting topic for the next one.
Who's your favourite CEO?
yeah. Which of the Glazers is your favourite?
The dead one.
Mark's going to show you the magic later. You don't say that, Mike. You don't say. Mark's going to show you the magic later, Diedrich. So you're getting that in a bit.
Yeah.
Toby, Sanchez, Jones, Overton, and Bebe are the worst, says Max. Right, so we're going to stop there. Hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you take note of what Mark's banner says there. Look, to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks everyone for joining in. Great as always. Hope you had some fun. And thanks to Diedrich and Pancars. Thanks, Pancars, turning up late. Well done.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. And
follow me on YouTube to see me play these.
Pancars, before we go, you got something cracking on with Instagram, I see today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to mention it?
Yeah. My channel is Panky Devil on Instagram. I've just started it. So I'll be basically posting news about United and I'll be doing stuff on YouTube as well. So please do follow my page. I'm gonna and I'm gonna prepare a channel as well on YouTube. So do subscribe to it as well, and don't forget to hit the bell button.
Comes on our scroll, that's just to subscribe somewhere else.
So does that mean, Pancars? Does that mean you're going on your own? You made it. We give you the exposure. Now you want to go by yourself. Yeah? Cheers. Nothing like getting stabbed in the back, mate, is there?
Nothing like doing it live on air.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys. I'm gonna bring you guys on, man. If you want to come.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
What about deer? No deer, no party.
Yeah, you ain't taking deer. I'll say that now. Deer's staying with me. Right. So thanks for everyone in the comments. Kylie, Red, Casper, Chris, Mark, both Mark, Red, Harty, Max. Make sure I missed anyone. Because I did miss Red the other night, didn't I? And I was so gutted I missed one. Akil, I'll see that one. Saint Mark. And I think that's it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you all later.
Yeah.